El Presidente! Hi, welcome back to Lenfant Cocktails. Today we're going to make one of my favorite rum cocktails, the El Presidente. We're actually going to make two of them. The standard build, which consists of lighter rum, dry vermouth, a drier curacao or Cointreau, and grenadine. And then we'll also make my favorite recipe for it, which consists of a dark rum, Lillet blanc, Grand Marnier, and again the grenadine. We're going to taste them side by side and see if mine holds up the way I think it does. So let's get started. We're going to build the traditional one first, and we're going to start out with our Cointreau. We're going to do 3/4 of an ounce. Today I'm using the blood orange Cointreau. I had never seen it before. I tried it. It's pretty good, it's okay, but I think the traditional one is better, so I will be sticking with that in the future. For our dry vermouth, we'll be using Del Professore. It's an Italian dry vermouth. It is delicious. It's got a lot more flavor, I think, than a lot of other dry vermouths out there, and it just tastes really damn good. And that was 3/4 of an ounce of that. I don't remember if I said it. But now we have 1.5 ounces of rum. And to finish up this cocktail, we're going to do 1 bar spoon of grenadine, just to add a little bit of extra sweetness to it, and it's going to color it up, give it a nice color, nice red color. All right, let's grab some ice. As usual, we're going to break up our ice first to help with the dilution of the drink as we're stirring. Give it a nice stir for 10 to 15 seconds. You'll notice, again, the condensation will build on the outside. You'll kind of feel it in your fingertips, and you'll know when it's done. Now it's done. Let's grab our chilled coupe. Great, so we've got our glass. Let's go ahead and pour it in. Strain it on in there. A nice pinkish red color, thanks to the grenadine. Now let's just take our orange, get a nice garnish for it. Express some orange over the top. Give it a nice wipe. Put that on top for your garnish. Now we're going to set that one aside, and we're going to do it all over again with my favorite recipe. So we're going to start out with 3/4 of an ounce of our Lillet blanc. Lillet blanc's a sweeter vermouth or aromatized wine. It's not as sweet as a full-on sweet vermouth, but it's got a really good flavor, and I really like it for this cocktail. Then we're gonna use 3/4 of an ounce of Grand Marnier. I like the brandy flavor of the Grand Marnier along with the orange. I think it adds a good depth to the cocktail, and it really goes to create the El Presidente that I've grown to enjoy drinking. Finally, we've got our Havana Club 7-year dark rum. We're gonna do 1.5 ounces of this. Now, while the traditional one does call for the light rum, I prefer the darker rum. It's got a lot more flavor going on. It's a lot bolder of a taste, and I think it tastes better overall. Serve this one up. Fragrant in here, I'm told. All right, and before I forget, because I always do, let's add our grenadine. 1 bar spoon to this one as well. And to break up our ice, give that a nice stir. You can tell already this one looks a little different. This is a lot more orange color because of the darker rums and the Grand Marnier, giving it a nice aroma and color. It smells great. Gonna continue stirring this again, 10, 15 seconds, whatever it takes. There we go. Once more, our chilled coupe. Now that we've got our chilled coupe, let's go ahead and strain it in there. And our big orange peel. Zest it over the top. Wipe it down and garnish on top. There we go. So now we have our 2 El Presidentes. This one being the standard recipe, and this one being my personal favorite. Let's go ahead and taste these. I'm gonna start with the traditional one first. Just on smelling it, I smell the rum a lot more. Let's see. Yeah, I do smell the rum quite a bit on this one. It's a little bit sweeter smelling almost, and obviously a lot of orange flavor going on. Let's give it a sip. That is really a delicious drink. I think it's got a great overall, definitely a great tasting drink. I think the dry vermouth that I picked for this one is coming through a lot more than I'm used to using this with something like Dolan dry vermouth. It is bringing a lot more botanical flavor to it, which is great in combination with the gold rum, which doesn't have as much flavor, I think, as dark rum, obviously. So it's good to have a little bit different thing going on here. And then the Curacao also brings more orange flavor. Everything mixes really well, and it's really a great drink. Okay, let's go ahead and try my favorite one now. My recipe here. Straight up, a lot of rum and orange. With this one, you do have a lot of more competing flavors that are coming through. The Grand Marnier with its brandy base gives it a lot bigger taste to it, some sweetness. The dark rum obviously is a lot richer taste. It really just, God, it's good. Yeah, I think the darker rum really works well with the Lillet Blanc and the Grand Marnier to come together for a fuller taste. I don't know, it is really good. They are both really good, but I think this one still does hold up as my favorite. So, you know, you try them both, tell me what you think. And that's our episode for today. If you liked this video, please consider liking and subscribing. If you'd like to see any cocktails made, please leave a comment below or send me a message. We're on Instagram, and there'll be a link below to that. Have a great day.